your own chef. It's for you to work out how you want to pronounce that, yeah? I'm going to be the next big sensation, believe it or not. Look at what I'm wearing, man. You can tell that I'm strange, yeah? I'm an internet sensation in that respect. And I'm going to show you that as I move forward with this as well. So here we are, Krabi, Ao Nang. Look at this beautiful surrounding. I've been here for 4 months now, and I'm just blown away by the place. It's a magical, mysterious place, and yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of cooking here today. So what I'm cooking for you is from what's going on in my head as I move around Thailand. I see this fantastic cuisine, but I want to see something more from it. I want to see people not sticking to the tradition of the food, to try and think about something what's cooler as well. So what I'm doing today is a little empanada, but I'm going to use some Thai classic spices here as well. I think it's going to be really lovely. Anyway, let's get on with the cooking. How you doing, all right? He's watching me, he's making sure I cut the garlic properly. Don't judge me, if you judge me, and then what are you doing in life as well? Yeah, so here we go anyway. So just get rid of some of that compost. I think that's fine for me. You know, a little bit of compost from the sea, absolutely fine for me. No plastic though, guys. Please, no plastic. That's something I don't really like about Thailand. All this plastic I see everywhere. So we've got to change, guys. This is a beautiful place, huh? So what I'm doing is prepping a little bit of garlic here, nice and easy. Bit of garlic. Gonna quickly chop that up. I feel like with garlic, everyone's so rigid about how big they have to chop it up. Don't be rigid, guys. Don't get them bursted flavors, get them notes. I use it at the beginning and the end of cookery. You know, try it out. You're a repertoire de la cuisine of your own. So just remember that, because that's what was taught to me as a young chef, growing up 15 years on the kitchen. I'm 43, believe it or not. Wait and see my wife and then you'll question that as well, because she's an absolute belter. What can I say? Anyway, I'm going to carry on with this garlic. Simple 3 incisions. Yeah, using my big battered mitts. I've got some big hands though, boy, haven't I? Right, to cut this garlic. 1, 2, 3 nice little pieces. Pull it open. There you go, boy. That's the one, yeah? So, excuse me for the rubbish knife that I've got. All my knives in the UK, but I'm just going to chop that up nice and simple. Mind them fingers, I hear you say. Don't worry about them fingers. The old sausage fingers can take it. As you can see, I'm not bothered about how big I'm going to cut this up. I'm looking for different textures, different flavours coming from that garlic. Not just that one-dimensional, what I've been taught. It's the stuff that's going on in my brain, not stuff I'm understanding about food. So if that's something we can master today, something we can learn about it, make it easy. I think so many people are so rigid with cookery class. This is how we should cook, and that's the only way. For me, that's not the only way. So here we are, some garlic. Show you how to chop an onion now. Are you watching this? In it goes, around it goes, and then I just skin it like I'm peeling a potato. So if you chop the garlic or onion, the onion in half, what happens is you end up peeling it twice. Who wants to peel it twice? One, gosh, there you go. Don't worry about the mess. Again, I want to get a little bit of texture through this. I want to get a bit of bite. Who doesn't want a bit of bite? Food is all about them textures, them aromas as they go around your mouth, as they hit your mouth, yeah? Try and use different umami for different reasons to be able to grow that flavour around your palate. Textures help that burst. You get the initial taste, and then you get this little aroma as it breaks down into your mouth, which I think is amazing. So there you go. Right, here we are. We've got some lime leaves. We can teach you about lime leaves, yeah? So these things, they're quite scary actually, because if you think about it, you pop a lime leaf in your mouth and it just takes over. But really, if you get them key flavours, like the Thai food has as well, and you use the shrimp paste, you use the chilli, and you really want to get that little extra note of flavour, that punch going on as well, yeah? These things are amazing. Everyone's scared of these, like I said before. So me, I'm a chef, I grabbed the lime leaves for the first time, chopped them up, really small, chucked them in, lost every little bit of flavour. So it's only as you eat these things and you realise, actually, I want to have that little note going through as well. So what I do with them is take the spine out, very simply. Hope I don't lose it in the wind, but yeah, quickly take the spine out. And I want to really kick, I don't like the spine, so I think it's a little bit too brittle as well. So then I just want to keep it nice and chunky. You know, it's not because I can't be asked to chop it up, or sometimes happens, eh? But is because I want to keep them little notes flavour. So there you go, I think that's a perfect size as well. And you can pop them in whenever you like really, because it's going to help in the fact that you're going to put it in at the beginning and it's going to create a little mellow flavour. If you want to get some punchy stuff going in, get it in at the end. So what I'm here to do today is introduce myself first and foremost, but also I want you to see how my life's panning out as well, because you know I've had a bit of drama. I go up and down like a typical chef as well. So I'm hoping that you can see some of my dramas unfold. Follow me as well. But also for me, it's all about why am I here now? How can I do this? It's because I love cooking, man. I love it, and I feel like that message needs to be spread to the world. So here we are. I'm going to try and do that. There you go. Right, so a little bit of heat in the pan. A little bit of heat creates a little non-stick friction as well, so really key to cookery and stuff like that. But don't let it get too hot, because you know, the more you break them onions down, break them garlic down, what you're going to find is you're going to create them layers of flavours. So that's what we're all about here as well, creating them layers of flavours, trying to get a little hack in there, because that's what cookery, yeah, for me, is where you win and lose. So I want to have some my onions. First all onions. I feel like the onion's like a little bit of a longer cookery than a piece of garlic. You know, I'm sure there's going to be people saying no, he's not correct and all that sort of thing. But for me, it's about that journey of food and what you learn along the way as well. So yeah, I'm going to get them onions down here. I'm going to get a nice little gentle sweat. It's going to take a bit of time. Probably going to cut this video and come back to it as well, but I really want to get that lovely caramelisation. A little key tip for you as well is that if you can get that beautiful caramelisation until your onion starts to turn a little bit jammy and starts to break down, you really can create like a roux effect with that, and then you can build these flavours as well. And it's for you to play around with really. So if you fancy having a few raw onions in there, well, I love a raw onion to be honest with you. And then yeah, why not pop some in at the end as well? So yeah. There we go. So the idea of this is we're going to sweat this down, get a little bit of flavour, get a little caramelisation, and then I've got some tom yum soup paste what I've let down with a little bit of chilli and tamarind sauce. So there you go, I'm going to use my Thai flavours there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that in my empanadas, because I want to nod towards Thailand. Obviously I'm here, the place is amazing, food's great as well, but it's all about what's next, you know, that repertoire, like I said to you before as well. So yeah, let's get this cooking now. This guy, young Dylan. So Dylan's always in the background somewhere. He's helping out with the internet. He's a little bit triggered, but he's very super smart, yeah? So I'm hoping one day he's going to take over the world. He's going to help me as well. Hopefully I've got the little missing link to that as well, because I think people are super smart, not always super social as well. So I feel like everyone's really good at something, can't they? So a few wise men have told me that. Peter Branch, big shout to you as well. Everyone's good at something, can't they? Leo, a bit about Thailand. This place is unreal. It's so good. If you're thinking about where do I go next on my holiday, try Thailand. It's got everything. It's got a bit of everything for everybody, really. Great culture. People who just say yes to everything. Industrious, hard-working, good, honest people as well. So yeah, everyone's smiling. Everyone's happy. It's quite magical as well. Some of the coastlines are absolutely fantastic. It's mesmerising. As I just sit here and I have a bad day, a good day, whatnot, I can't help but look at that backdrop, look at them mountains, so to speak, and yeah, just feeling really good about myself as well. So ingredients, food as well, people, just amazing. What an amazing place. There we go. Oh, smell-o-vision, that's what you need here. A little garlic, beautiful caramelised onions, a little of them lime leaves, like I said to you, we'll give them little punchy shots. I've also put some sugar palm in there as well. What, you know, why it's all right, so I feel it tastes like a little bit of that Scottish fudge, so I can't remember, it's going to be tap or something like that. Yeah, so something to that anyway. Well, so good, you know. I've learned some Caribbean chefs, some Trinidadian chefs how to cook some rice and peas. You know, it's about the little sugar that they get in the pan, I'm looking for that extra caramelisation there as well, that little bit of notes of flavour that I'm getting through to that as well. So I'm creating a great base there. So as like I said to you earlier, I've got some sauce here, what's made up of the tom yum paste. It hasn't got any shrimps on it because this is a vegetarian dish today. So, and I've just let that down, and I've used a little bit of sweet chili sauce, sorry, sweet sauce, chili sauce, and some tamarind as well. So that's going to be my little base there. So let's pop that in there. It's going to be a little bit spicy. That's going to make it spicy, but I'm not going to overload this spice. I don't want to. I really want to get that aroma going through the meals as well. Spice, I feel, is a great way of using your ingredients. I feel like that's what that part of different parts of the world with the tropics, so they cook the chili as well, and they will use that to get them real good flavours going through, you know. So everything what's grown in the land you can catch cloth over. I really feel like, yeah, that's really where indigenous cooking comes from as well. So again, I'm going to use that, but I'm not going to be arrogant about that as well. I'm a chef, I know about these flavours. I'm really lucky to get them ingredients on it. So I'm going to use that spice really, just to balance in, okay? So yeah, there we go. So I can smell that, it smells amazing. And then here's some mung beans that I've cooked earlier. So these are great as well. I mean, have you ever tried a little crispy mung bean? What goes on the mango stick of rice? That is the one. Little salty note going through there. Lovely bit of texture, little crunch. You've got that tiny little chew as well, what I really like. So there you go, in with the mung beans. Like I said, this is vegetarian. So the mung beans that I cooked earlier. So yeah, really basic, yes. It's not too many ingredients there as well. So I feel like, you know, if I can use these ingredients to their advantage, it's really going to come through the cookery as well. So again, it's a bit of coriander here. So I've got some stalks here. So I might as well use those. I see chefs throwing them away. What are you doing, you know? So nice and chunky. There's a bit of leaf in there as well. I'm going to get a stalk in there. That's going to just really give me some nice aroma to build on as well. Again, building them flavours in the pan. So you can see it's turning nice and green there. It smells amazing, by the way. Mung beans are starting to get a little bit sticky. They're starting to use all the flavours. They're starting to integrate all the flavour inside them, because beans, they really love to take on them flavours because of their texture. So what happens is that they start taking them on, almost like I do when I eat too much food. It goes there, doesn't it? So yeah. And then the next type of coriander as well, chefs, is that it doesn't matter if there's a few stalks in there. Please, they're not even chefs, you know, don't worry about chefs, they're on their own thing. But you guys at home, don't get twisted and chop them up too small. You lose that flavour. It's a very delicate flavour. So what I've learned a lot with Asian cookery is that they will just pop in there at the end. What they do as well is as the stew sits there, they allow the coriander just to be popped on top and let that oil rise on top of the curry or whatnot, and let it permeate in the flour and the oil, because the oil sits this little film. You drop the coriander in there, it sits that, and it just starts to take control of that oil, and as you spoon that oil back through to the stew, it just creates this amazing flavour. Really keeps you intense. Hello, I've got a mate here. Hello mate, you all right? How's it going, all right? That's all right. Yeah, a little mate here, a little yeah, onlooker. Yeah, I don't blame him as well. Absolutely fantastic evening. So here we go. Like I said before, yeah, get their mung beans off now. So I'm going to whack them into my empanadas later. So the only reason I'm doing that, I can let it sit in the pan, but I want it to cool down slightly, don't I? It smells amazing, yeah. And then there's my coriander. Let's get it on top, yeah. Who cares about that? So yeah, coriander on top. Let it sit there. It's going to retain that little bit of flavour as well, yeah. So here's my little makeshift pastry, what I've enriched it with egg yolk. So I've had it sitting in the car. It's got no yeast in there at all. So yeah, I'm going to get it in a bit of flour here, just so I can work with it as well. So I'm going to just knead it into each other. So I'm just pressing it nicely into each other. It's been sitting around all day, beautifully, relaxing, and I'm hoping that it feels nice and soft as well. So my beliefs with bread is that the softer the dough is, the lighter it's going to come out at the end as well. So really so simple. Yeah? So, and then I'm going to use this little makeshift rolling pin, and I'm rolling and I'm turning. So I've just rolled this out, roll, turn, roll, turn, roll, turn. Just make it a little bit more pretty. I'm just going to cut around this with this bowl. So like the finish is going to be better if I do that. So a little enriched dough. I did put a little egg yolk in there. So It's no good for vegans, but vegetarians are all good for. Sorry vegans, I need to get cheese on this. So yeah, it makes sense. So yeah, absolutely. I think like we're on the right path here as well. You're going to take some of my mix, slightly cooled down as well. So we're going to get my coriander. It's got a lovely green feel to it as well. So you know, I feel like that's going to be really, really healthy. You'll see them onions caramelised. There's a lot of onions there, a lot of stickiness going on as well. So again, I'm going to fill this up. Nice generous portion, maybe a little bit too much, too generous. Maybe too generous enough. Right, here we go. We've got some little cheese going in there. So I've made a little well in the middle, so we can put the cheese in. So I get that lovely little melt in there as well. I don't want it coming out the sides. Hopefully not. Anyway, not in the camera. And then we're going to fold it over. Yeah? So when we fold it over, keep it nice even as well. I want to get them air pockets out. You can see I'm just tapping it down as well. Yeah. And just to seal that up, is I'm going to use my fork. Yeah. I'm just going to press that down. It's going to create a lovely seal for me there. So we're hoping that we have no spillages. Oh, what do you reckon, guys? Looking alright? I might just go the other side as well quickly, so I can get a real good seal in there. You can't wait for that oozing cheese. And then, here we go. Further out. Always flip away from yourself as well. Look, with my hand, lovely. Yeah. Repeats. We are. Got this little Thai style empanada, a little bit of cheese in there, vegetarian, no shrimp paste whatsoever, really tasty. Kind of miss a little sandwich or a bread product over here. So here I've got something as well. Back, so we're going to see, really lovely. Yeah? So hopefully this can do it justice. That's it, beautiful. Voila. Okay, the next level. Wow. Nice to meet you guys.